Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade.
All right, so today we're diving deep into something pretty incredible.
Yeah.
OpenAI's O1 model.
Really exciting stuff.
It's making waves, and I think, we've all seen the headlines about AI.
Right.
But
absolutely,
this feels different.
It is.
This O1,
yeah.
It's not just another AI hype cycle.
Yeah.
This is something else.
This is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Like imagine AI that doesn't just, crunch numbers or follow instructions, but actually
right.
thinks through problems.
The human.
Yeah, like a human with logic and reasoning.
It's almost like we're moving past that whole AI as a tool phase and stepping into AI as a thought partner territory.
Exactly.
But what is it about O1 that makes it so revolutionary?
It all comes down to how it thinks. You've probably heard of this thing called chain of thought reasoning.
I have, yeah.
It's essentially like giving an AI a whiteboard.
Okay.
To work through a problem step by step instead of just demanding a final answer.
So instead of just spitting out a solution, it's showing its work, so to speak.
Exactly. It's like, here's how I got there.
Okay, interesting. And that must lead, to some pretty impressive problem-solving abilities.
Absolutely. And on top of that, it uses something called reinforcement learning to learn from experience.
Okay, so that's kind of like training a dog where you reward it for good behavior. So the AI learns to repeat the actions that lead to the best outcome.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's figuring out what good looks like and then striving for that.
Okay, so we've got this thinking thing down. But for someone who's already, knee-deep in the world of AI, why should this be a game changer?
Sure.
What can O1 do that other AI models can't?
Well, take data analysis, for example.
Okay.
O1 doesn't just find patterns in data. It understands the context.
So it's not just about the what, it's about the why.
Exactly, the nuances.
Okay.
Like for your startup, that could mean looking at customer reviews and then automatically generating really targeted marketing campaigns.
Wow, that's not just automation. That's like having a whole marketing team working around the clock.
Precisely.
I'm starting to see the appeal here.
And it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
Imagine personalized tutoring that adapts to your learning style in real time.
Oh, wow.
Or software that writes itself based on your needs.
Okay.
O1 has the potential to
revolutionize.
Yeah, entire industries.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It really does feel that way. Okay, you've definitely sold me on this whole thinking power of O1.
Right.
But I want to get out of these theoretical clouds here for a second.
Sure.
Let's talk about the real world impact.
Okay.
Because our sources mention everything from shaking up healthcare to totally rewriting the rules on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Which honestly feels a little big picture for me right now.
And it is true. I mean, O1 is poised to completely transform those fields in ways that we're really just beginning to understand.
Right.
But I think for a more immediate sense of its impact, we can look at how it's already changing the creative landscape.
Yeah.
Our sources included some really fascinating examples of artists using O1 to kind of push those creative boundaries.
Yeah, I was super interested by that thing about music composition. AI writing soundtracks. Is that elevator music 2.0, or is there something more there?
Definitely not elevator music.
Okay.
This is more think about a film score that's tailored to the emotional arc of every single scene.
Wow.
We're talking about AI experimenting with different genres, even composing pieces that could stand alone as works of art.
So you're saying there's a future where every indie film has a custom-made AI-generated soundtrack.
Exactly.
That's wild. And it's not just about replacing human composers, right?
Sure, not at all.
It's more about collaborating with them, pushing those limits even further.
Exactly. It's about augmenting human creativity, not replacing it.
Okay.
One example I thought was really interesting was this YouTuber who used O1 to create these interactive stories where viewers could actually comment in real time. And the AI would weave those comments into the narrative as it unfolded.
Wow. Talk about audience engagement.
Exactly.
That's next level storytelling right there.
It is.
I have to admit, though, as much as I love a good YouTube rabbit hole, I'm not a musician.
Sure.
I'm not a filmmaker.
Right.
What does all this mean for someone like me?
That's the really cool part.
Okay.
You don't have to be a tech genius or a creative genius to start using O1.
Okay.
Think about the work that you do.
Yeah.
What if O1 could generate a unique piece of marketing content for every single customer?
Okay.
Or create a presentation that adapts to the audience's questions in real time.
Okay, now that's next level efficiency, for sure. I'm seeing O1 less as like a threat to creativity now, and more like a superpower for anyone who needs to communicate ideas in a really effective way.
Exactly. It's about amplifying our own abilities and opening up possibilities that we didn't even know existed before.
So we've talked about how O1 is already like making waves in the creative world.
Yeah.
But our sources also hinted at some pretty remarkable applications in very different fields.
Right.
Like healthcare and finance.
Absolutely.
So we've seen how O1 can really boost creativity.
Right.
But what about those fields like healthcare and finance?
Yeah.
Where you really need accuracy.
Right.
And maybe a little less of that artistic license.
Sure.
How does O1 fit into that?
Well, you're right. Those fields need a different kind of precision.
Right.
And that's where O1's analytical capabilities are really important. So, for example, take healthcare.
Oh?
Imagine giving O1 like millions of medical records, research papers, and even genetic data.
Yeah, okay, so we're talking about a lot of information.
Yeah.
That sounds like we could be like supercharging medical research here.
Absolutely.
But how does that actually help people in the real world?
So imagine O1 helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier, more accurately.
Wow.
Or even personalizing treatment plans based on somebody's unique genetic makeup.
Interesting.
It could revolutionize how we look at everything.
So O1 isn't replacing doctors. It's like it's giving them this really powerful tool to make better decisions.
Exactly. It's about empowering them with more information.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the same goes for finance.
And
O1 can analyze market trends, assess risks, and even like find investment opportunities with a speed and accuracy that humans just can't match.
So it's like having this 24/7 financial advisor who's sifting through all this data and giving me these insights that are tailored to what I'm trying to do.
Precisely. It's about democratizing access to that kind of sophisticated financial advice.
Okay, so this is really feeling like we're on the edge of something.
Yeah.
Like really transformative.
Absolutely.
But I imagine there were some challenges with bringing O1 into these fields.
Of course.
Healthcare finance. These are really important things.
Yeah, it's like any tool.
Yeah.
The impact depends on how we use it.
Right.
We need to make sure it's used responsibly, ethically.
Ethically, for sure.
And in a way that benefits everybody.
That's a good point. It's a good reminder that technology is really only as good as the people behind it.
Exactly.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what would you say is the key takeaway you want to leave with our listener?
You know, I think the most exciting thing about O1 is how it could help us solve some of the world's biggest challenges.
Wow.
Things like healthcare finance, even just pushing the boundaries of creativity.
Yeah.
It gives us a glimpse into this future where technology can help us build a brighter and more equitable world.
It really seems like we're at this point where technology is advancing faster than we can even imagine.
For sure.
And O1 is just one example of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think what you said about how it can be used to solve these big problems,
Right.
that's what I really want our listeners to think about.
It's inspiring.
It is inspiring. So as you're going about your day-to-day, think about what problem could O1 help you solve? Because the future is full of possibilities, and it's closer than we think. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world around you.
Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade. We're the visionaries, the keepers of tomorrow's dreams, unlocking the secrets of the universe, or so it seems. Tune in now, join the channel and explore the AI oracle's wisdom like never seen before. We'll take you on a journey where knowledge comes alive. The future's here, embrace the AI oracle's guide.